And now for something a little bit different, as they say. Here's a new problem. This is the last one I'll do from this section, and hopefully, figure out the rest of them, come in for questions or whatever. This guy has two functions, and we are going to tackle it using the process or the technique of integrating by parts, okay? We do now this time have two functions, right? And I'll color code these guys. And I'll probably break it up like that. You can break it up the other way too. It doesn't matter. In this one where you have e and sine, two transcendental functions. Interesting thing about these guys is when you derive e or integrate e to the 2x, you just have an e to the 2x with some sort of constant coefficient. When you derive or integrate sine, you get sine, cosine, positive, negative. So these guys just bounce around. Watch what happens on this one. Let's do it. So I'm going to choose dv to be sine x dx. Upon integration, we get negative cosine x. Now I'm going to let you pause and ponder while I go through this to shorten this video a little bit. When I let u equal e to the 2x, the chain rule will give us that du is 2e to the 2x dx. So this one's going to go swiftly, and you can pause whenever you want. What we're able to do now is rewrite this guy and say, okay, the integral, right, this guy we're trying to get is equal to u times v. So we're getting a negative e to the 2x cosine x, right, minus the integral of v times du. So it looks like we're getting a negative 2 e to the 2x, okay, cosine x dx, which I'll clean up a little bit, okay? So this is where we're at. We have a piece of it already. We still have an integral to deal with, so let's rewrite that guy. All I'm really going to do is just take that negative 2 out and make it a plus 2 and then this integral. You don't have to do that. I just like to clean up my workspace a little bit. I keep a clean math kitchen, if you don't mind. And so what we do next is, hey, you know what? We're going to do it again. We're going to rip it into pieces. We're going to take this part here. We're going to take this other part here. And it's important to break it apart again. We're going to do it one more time, but what's going to happen is the cosine x is going to turn back into sine x, and then finally we'll be able to isolate the integral and be done. Okay, so let's do that. Now we're going to say that dv is cosine of x dx, and upon integrating, we get sine. Okay, and when we say u is e to the 2x, we get again du is 2e to the 2x dx. And remember, there's this extra 2 out front too, so it's kind of piling up a little. Well, that's okay. It ends up being the last time we have to do this. Let's write what we have. We have the integral. Let's play some music as we do this little math music, please, maestro. Minus e to the 2x cosine x. I'll say plus 2, and I'll put a bracket here. I don't know, maybe too much stuff going on, but we'll go u times v again. So it's e to the 2x sine x minus the integral of v times du. And in this case, it's a positive. We have 2e to the 2x, okay, and then sine x dx. And here we are. Well, here's the thing is that, oh, please tell me we're not going to go around again. No, we're not. We're going to clean up and use some algebra. We're very close to being finished with the problem. So if you've never done one of these before, by all means, hurry up and get into your book in your MyMathLab or WebAssign or whatever and go crazy. So I'm just going to rewrite everything. All I'm going to do is distribute the 2. And the rest, I carefully, patiently rewrite, because how many mistakes in math have I made? Not very many. No, I'm kidding, a lot. And I don't want to make any. So minus 4e integral, that's important. So let's put that back. Minus 4, I brought out the 2 times another 2 is minus 4 integral e to the 2x sine x dx. And what do you notice here in this case? This integral and this integral, it's the same integral. So algebra says, if you want to know that guy's value, treat it like an algebraic expression, go ahead and solve it. So what I'm going to do, what we all do here in this case, is we go, get out of here, I'll bring you over as a plus 4 integral e to the 2x sine x dx. Add them together, you got 5 of them, don't you? So do you see this? And you can pause, but we've got 5 of these integrals that we seek is equal to -1 of these guys plus 2 of these guys. Okay, so therefore our final answer is coming at you. It's the integral of e to the 2x sine x dx is, if you want to write it in different ways, I'll write it this way. I'll simply go, it's -1/5 e to the 2x cosine of x plus 2/5 e to the 2x sine x. And at the very end, when you're finally done, because we are, you tack on your plus c and fini. The problem's finally done. Okay, so it's a bit elaborate. It takes a bit of time to do that, but it's wonderful to see the different things that you can do. Okay, and that's it for this section on integrating by parts, except for you guys to do the homework. So I'll see you in the next section. All right.